Good evening and welcome to the news at 11. My name is Evan Sunokogi. Former presidential candidate Peter Obi and some chieftains of the African Democratic Congress narrowly escaped an assassination attempt during a violent attack on Tuesday at the residence of former Edo State Governor and ADC national leader John Odige Oyegu in Benin City. The incident occurred during a crucial meeting of the ADC leaders where Mr. Obi was in the state to officially receive the former Labour Party governorship candidate for the 2024 Edo State governorship election, Olumide Akpata, along with his supporters into the party. Donald Emehie has the details.
The meeting at Chief John Odige Oyegun residence GRA Benin State proceeding peacefully when suddenly gunshots rang out, forcing attendees including presidential candidate of Labour Party Peter Obi to scramble for safety. The assailants fired sporadically at the premises, damaging vehicles parked outside and leaving bullet marks on the gate and perimeter fence. Earlier, there was also a reported invasion of the ADC State Secretariat on Ogbilaka Road, where party leaders had gathered for Mr. Akpata's procession. Several people were reportedly injured during the disturbances. In response, Peter Obi urged party supporters to remain calm and called on security agencies to conduct a thorough investigation into the attack.
We'll make a formal complaint, and I assure you this cannot be true at all. We have a country. Yes, and we are part of the country. Exactly. You know, we cannot have terrorism terrorizing the country and have officials in government terrorizing citizens. It's not acceptable. You see, several cars were damaged and everything.
Similarly, the residence of one Mr. Patrick Omoyegi Yamun, chairman of 10 Oedo ADC at number 31st Mobile Road, was also invaded, where his properties were destroyed.
The same thugs rush into my building, rush into it, and start beating everybody. Stab me, stab my daughter, beat up my wife, everybody, destroy all the chairs and tables.
At the time of this report, Edo State Police Command is here to comment on the incident. From Benin, Donald Ehiminyen, ITV News.
Away from that now, the Edo State lawmakers have passed a vote of implicit confidence in the governor of Edo State, Senator Modu Okpebholo, over what the parliamentarians are described as uncommon massive human capital and significant infrastructural development across all sectors of other states achieved in less than 2 years. Assembly correspondent Joy Obaisiagbo reports that the lawmakers also on a Monday received a request letter from Governor Okpebholo to consider Oshomole's S-aide Andrew Momodu as commissioner designate.
The legislators finally resumed plenary on Monday, February 23, 2026, with votes of confidence in Governor Monday Okpebholo, citing significant human and infrastructural development achieved in less than 2 years.
At times, I will sit down to go through the budgets. I will always imagine where is it getting the extra money to do all this work. We just came back where moving machines given to all the governments. Anybody advising the governor, I think is advising him very well.
Lawmakers took turns to praise Governor Okpebholo for fulfilling his campaign promises.
Mr. Speaker, you recall in this house when I stood up and moved a motion to get to my constituency, to my village, it takes me about 4 or 5 hours. But as of today, Mr. Speaker, less than 45 minutes, I'm already at home in Ewoba Nusa.
As the chairperson of the Security Committee, he has been working tirelessly. The anti-courtesan law, the big brought to this house that was passed, and what he's doing as a mother. The women of Edo State, we are rejoicing because Edo is not calm.
Additionally, the lawmakers received a letter from Governor Okpewolo requesting their consideration of Andrew Momodu as Commissioner Designate. Speaker of the 8th Assembly, Right Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, urged the Benin Electricity Distribution Company BEDC to stop estimated billing and meter residents. From Benin, Joy Obaisiagbon, ITV News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has hosted state governors to a Ramadan interfaith iftar dinner, continuing his traditional breaking fast with political leaders during the holy month. The governor of Edo State, Senator Modo Okpewolo, was among the governors received at the Aso Rock Villa for the interfaith breaking of fast, also known as in Islam as iftar. Government House correspondent Kingsley Uchegbu reports.
Hours after the successful handover of construction equipment procured by acting chairman of the 18 local government councils in Edo State, Governor Okpewolo is in Abuja on the invitation of President Bola Tinubu for this year's interfaith breaking of fast. Governor of Imo State and chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Senator Hope Uzodinma, led other governors from across the federation to the event, which marks the third consecutive year President Tinubu has convened governors for a symbolic fast breaking at the Aso Rock Villa. Vice President Kasim Shettima and Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, joined the President at the iftar. Also in attendance were members of the Federal Executive Council. President Tinubu used the occasion to promote national unity and strengthening cooperation across party lines. Kingsley Uchegbu, ITV News.
Tragedy struck the Idua community in Esan West local government area of Edo State on Monday night as a government suspected to be kidnappers invaded the residence of Chief Jima Jacob Ogboy. He was shot dead, his wife was injured, and 2 of his children were abducted. Edo Central correspondent Chris Omije, who visited the community to assess the situation, reports.
It was on Monday night when gunmen suspected to be kidnappers attacked the home of Chief Jima Jacob Ogboy, a palace chief of Idua Kingdom. The attackers reportedly shot him dead on the spot, injured his wife, and abducted his 2 daughters.
Like I was buying something and I just received a call twice. So my sister just called me. They have shot that dude. The next day I just come home and saw my father lying down with a gunshot on the mouth. Like just everything just scattered. Like I was so surprised. What is going on? What is going on? And I discovered that my mother they ever used cutlass to injure my mother this side, forehead, both here, and hit my mother belly, even with breast. Even the teeth, they used gun and hit my mother, and it's very painful thing.
The entire community has been thrown into mourning as elders and residents gather to deliberate on possible steps to secure the release of the abducted children and address the root cause of the attack. The Onoji of Idua, His Royal Highness Alhaji Amendu Momo, appealed to the Edo State government and security agencies to urgently come to their aid and strengthen security in the area.
Some group of about 4 of them, they came to one of our chief house and they shot him, went away with 2 of the daughters. Nigeria police and the civil defense, both the army, they all came to this place yesterday night. Even this morning, they were still here. We need assistance in this area. I've been crying that the insecurity issue in this area, government should come and assist us.
Very, very sad that government tried to make sure that there is security in our land, and since then it has been calm. But it's like they have gone to reinforce again now, only for them to come now to strike from Idua side, and they just killed the man.
While appreciating the state government's effort in tackling the insecurity, community members lamented the growing menace of suspected herdsmen attack on farmland, which they say has heightened tension in the area. From Idua community, Chris Omije, ITV News.
Away from that now, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has visited the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos State following the fire outbreak that gutted parts of the facility on Monday night. During an on-the-spot assessment of the affected terminal, the minister disclosed that the structure had already been scheduled for demolition prior to the incident. Agboje Korea has the details.
The minister, Festus Keyamo, accompanied by the managing director of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, Mrs. Olubumi Kuku inspected the bond section of Terminal 1 of the airport. According to the minister, the building will now be completely demolished to guarantee safety and allow for reconstruction. He described the incident as unfortunate, noting that plans were already on the way to bring down the structure before the fire occurred.
A lot of our equipment were damaged. Where we went up to at that time, you saw, that is just a tip of the iceberg, because it's still not safe to go to the 5th and the 6th and the 7th floor. I mean, so many, for example, our NIMET equipment, our NIMET office where they read weather, that is totally gone.
The minister also visited a makeshift facility arranged to temporarily accommodate 4 international airlines affected by the incident. He assured that within a few months, a new and modern structure would be erected.
In terminal for the airlines that were operating in D and E, which is the Terminal 1 that was gutted by fire yesterday. So this tour for me came a bit too early, but now the fire has forced me to make a tour, because I was actually coming here in the next 1 or 2 weeks with members of the press to see that we're actually ready for the reconstruction.
Meanwhile, the FAN Managing Director, Mrs. Olubumi Kuku, alongside other senior airport management staff and emergency response teams, remains on the ground to monitor the situation and ensure normal operations are restored. From Lagos, Aigbuji Horia, ITV News.
In the meantime, the Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, says Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway will be inaugurated in May 2026 for use. The minister dropped the hint after an assessment tour on the project in Lagos State. Aigbuji Horia again has the details.
Engineer Dave Umahi said after several hours of inspection driving through the ongoing Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, the progress recorded so far on Section 1 shows the determination of the administration of President Bola Tinubu to deliver on its promises to Nigerians.
This section, Section 34, which is about 3 kilometers, I've been told that in the next 7 days, the entire, some filling will be done, and then the entire road will be open to traffic, so you can drive all the way from Ahmad Bello down to Lekki without stopping. And of course, Section 2, you can go much, ahead of that, even up to Dangote Refinery. And so the deal is that by May, we want to have the Section 1 commission.
Upon complaints of vandalism on the project, the minister directed Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Jimoh Moshood, to arrest and prosecute anyone caught vandalizing the project.
We have to find a way of temporarily sealing the manhole so that, they can't just easily open. But we have a duty to, talk to our people. It's satanic for people to come and cut the metal, rail, fence. It's satanic for people to open the manhole and then dump refuse there. And the flooding is part of the refuse that we dump there. And so we are doing everything possible, to ensure that we do very decent.
Engineer Mai said the project, upon completion, will open up economic activities across the corridor. From Lagos, Aigbuji Horia, ITV News.
Deliberation on Nigeria's political and social development dominated discussions on the breakfast show this morning on ITV. Ehisu Hunamore reports that the guests were divided on the workability of the electronic transmission of election results. The report is presented by Ekpongusa Ugiagbe.
From the Benin Network Center, political analyst Shedrack Udubai, alongside public affairs analyst Frank Amego, examined the implications of the 2026 Electoral Act Amendment and how it may shape preparations ahead of the 2027 general elections. Both analysts highlighted key areas of concern, including electoral transparency, technological innovations, and the need for stakeholder collaboration to strengthen democratic processes.
The Nigerian legislature, the judiciary is no longer thinking, the legislation is no longer thinking for the people. They were pretending to be thinking for INEC, as though INEC is the one who they are mandated to protect.
If we are going to upload results came from somewhere. And most times there will be a challenge along that line. They will revert to the hard copy. So the hard copy is a backup There's no corruption here. We are just afraid of precedents.
In a related development, Reverend Lucky Ajanaku made vital comments on the role of the church in politics, emphasizing moral responsibility, voter education, and the promotion of credible leadership without compromising spiritual values.
We do not vote for parties.
Yeah.
We do not vote just for persons, and we do not vote for relationships, but we vote for integrity.
Yeah.
We vote for accountability. We vote for responsibility. We vote for honesty.
From the Lagos Network Center, Public Affairs commentator Chris Ososa contributed to the discussion with insights on education policy and reforms, stressing the importance of sustainable investment and curriculum modernization to meet global standards.
It's not just about having education, the system matters. So if the system is not formidable, if it's not solid on ground, it will affect the quality of the outcome.
Ikmomosa Ugiagbe, ITV News.
And with that, we end the news this night. Thanking you for watching. My name is Evan Sunokoge. Do have a blissful night's rest. Good night.
ITV, certainly the best.